Namaste. I'm Dr. Nandita Shah and I'm the founder of SHARAN. And I started out as a doctor, actually as a homeopath, and I wanted to heal people with the least harmful medicine. But I found that even with homeopathy, people would get better and come back again after 3 weeks or 3 months or even 3 years with the same problem. That made me realize that in general, medicines never cure. But the body always works to heal. How do I know that the body heals? Because when people have fever, even if they don't take any medicine, they get well. If you get a cold or a cough, or in general any disease, you get well. In fact, if you get a fracture and you just put the bones together, the body heals. The bones heal. No doctor in the world can heal the bones, but the body can heal. If you get an injury, it's the same story. Look after the wound and the wound heals. So it's our body that's always healing. And I wanted to help people tune into the healing power of their body and reach their highest health potential. And I realized that if we want to get really healthy, we have to eat food that nature and God designed for us to eat. So what's that? You know, every animal eats according to instinct. A cow naturally eats grass. A lion naturally eats meat. So what should we eat? What are our instincts? Imagine if you went to a farm or an orchard and you saw fruits and vegetables hanging. What do you feel like doing? Picking and eating, of course. This is our natural food. But if you see a chicken walk by, or a goat or a cow, does your mouth water? It's not our food, right? But we have been conditioned to eat chickens, goats, cows and other animals. In the same way, you know, every child, when it's first given mother's milk, every child loves mother's milk and doesn't want to leave the mother's breast. But when you give the child cow's milk, child says no. And so mother runs around it with a glass of milk, adding sugar or cocoa. And now we really enjoy it. But it's not our food. The reason that we consume dairy today and even think it's the best food for health is because our mothers ran around us with a glass of milk. And this myth has been perpetuated. But if you think about nature, every mammal produces milk only for their young, and we are not cows. And therefore, we really shouldn't drink cow's milk. Now, you know, I'm helping a lot of people reverse diseases just by eating the right food which is natural for our species. It's sort of like taking a car that runs on petrol. If you put diesel in it, it won't run well. But if you put the highest quality of petrol, the car really glides. So the same way we should eat high quality foods. Now, as I told you, I'm helping people reverse diseases. And one of the diseases that's so common these days is diabetes. And so I help people reverse diabetes by eating foods that are natural for our species. Now, this is completely opposite of what other doctors do. For example, you know, when you go to a doctor will tell you don't eat sugar, don't eat carbohydrates, don't have rice. But has anyone got better from diabetes this way? You might be knowing that all diabetics do their best to avoid sugar, but over a period of years, the medicines keep increasing, spiraling upwards. We don't want that to happen. But our body heals. So if we eat foods suitable to our species, we can help our body heal. Now, what would be that? Imagine if you were on the farm or orchard, what would you pick first? Fruits. Doctors think that fruits are not good for diabetes. But actually, if you go on a diet of only fruits, diabetes can be cured. And if you go on a diet having fruits every day and other foods that are natural for our species, diabetes can be cured too. You know why? Because sugar is not the cause of diabetes. High blood sugar is a result of diabetes. The cause of diabetes is lack of insulin or insulin resistance. and the cause of insulin resistance is fat. Where do we find fat? Of course, in oil, ghee and butter, but mainly in all animal products. If you boil milk, you get fat on top. If you boil chicken, you get fat on top. If you boil fish, you get fat on top. No matter what animal product you eat, it's full of fat. And therefore, we should be on a whole plant-based diet. Whole means with all the fiber, so that the fiber cleans our body and helps us to heal. The best part about diabetes is that you can check your values immediately with a glucometer, and most diabetics have a glucometer, and that's why we can really see the results of a whole plant-based diet on diabetes, even though it helps many other diseases. In fact, we conduct a 21-day health retreat, and in that retreat many people come who have been diabetics for years. Some of them have had medicines for diabetes for 30 years. And do you know how fast the body heals? Within just 21 days. We do lab reports at the beginning and we do lab reports at the end. And during the program, as people get better and we see the blood sugars going down, while they're enjoying wonderful fruits and vegetables and lots of good food in buffets, as their blood sugar goes down, we cut down medicines, and many people are off all their medicines in just 21 days. Now, not everyone can come to a 21-day health retreat, and therefore I wrote a book, Reversing Diabetes in 21 Days. And this book guides completely to any patient to reverse diabetes, giving all the reasons why diabetes occurs and what can we do in our diet to change and reverse and make it sustainable. Our diet is completely sustainable and it's something that anybody can do. It's cost effective, costs of medicines come down. Diabetes has so many complications that are life threatening, and the most important thing is that you get free of diabetes. So it's really important to get free of diabetes, and anybody can do this. And this book is available for just 300 rupees. I specifically kept the cost of the book very low so that anybody can achieve it in the comfort of their own home. There are recipes and everything you need to actually reverse diabetes. And on top of that, we have a YouTube channel with lots of YouTubes on how to reverse diabetes. And of course, we have a 21-day online diabetes reversal program and